All right, what's up? What's up, future me, digital me, and other. What's up, people? So I'm gonna talk about some stuff right here. Okay, so let's close this right here about Tennessee Brando. What up? And okay, so this video about federal taxes. So just lots of stuff about this going to be happening here. Tax rate, uh, the federal tax rate. The single payer um, deduction, what is it called? The um, standard deduction, yes. It was 15,750 this year, I think, or will be the standard deduction. Now, that's just for single payer. That's not modified for all these other special conditions. So 15,000, blah, blah, blah. I'm reading this off instead of posting it on the screen like other people who have editing stuff available to them. So I'm just going to read it off. Tax rate 10% from 0 to 11,600, 12% from 11,601 to 47,150. All right. And then it jumps at that point from 22% to, for those earning 47,151 to 100,525. So, yay for those people that work for a living and, they're like the middle income earners, like middle class people that are like not professionals or professionals, but on like the first rung of the professional ladder. It's like you're getting screwed. Yay. And then 100,526, 24%. So, yeah. 191,951, 32%. Now they want to take a bigger chunk of you. All right. To 243, 725. Yeah. 35% at 243, 726, blah. And then it goes 37% at 609,351. And that's the final bracket. So 37% is the highest bracket for the federal income tax, according to the IRS.gov site. Apparently. I don't know. That seems weird. 37%. That's fucked up. It used to be, well, that's just fucked up. The highest bracket used to be in the 80s and low 90s, way back when. That was for, the, I think, $1 million. But anyways, so that's what that is. Wow. So that's what that is, and that's brackets, and if you don't understand how that works, then fine, whatever. But that's the federal income tax, and I'm not going to go into the states because that's for anyone that wants to find out for their own state. That's what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to look up your own state. I'm in Texas right now, and Texas is one of the states that has no state income tax. My point is basically that also Texas, Florida, and Tennessee are 3 states that really should be worried about this, because I think of the 9 that don't have a state income tax that I'm looking at here from good old Google, those look to be the 9 that are, yeah, to me, those look to be the ones that are kind of SOL in terms of this whole FEMA thing. With FEMA being shit out of luck in terms of the Trump administration. And not getting any more money and stuff. So essentially what this means is people in Texas, Tennessee, and Florida, all of you are paying, you're paying federal taxes, right? And when, not if, but when something happens, you're not going to have federal help. You're just not going to. So, yeah. Any help you get from wherever is going to be, kindness of strangers kind of help. And they're pillaging the FEMA funds that are still left, that's still there. They're taking the money that is remaining in FEMA and putting it into things like ICE. So, now would be a great time for a hurricane to hit, because if it hits next year, there's not going to be any money left in the fund, because they will have taken all of it already. So, spent it on whatever. I don't know what they're going to spend it on, but they will have spent it already. Probably vacation homes somewhere else for somebody in the administration. Yeah. And a big state like Texas will probably be able to handle some level of disaster on its own. Because Texas is big, has a decent economy, and all that. And Florida, pretty good. Tennessee, however, I think Tennessee's going to be fucked. So, and something happens and it hits Tennessee. I think maybe you guys want to think about voting for, somebody other than a Republican. Seeing as how Republicans really don't like big government, and big government usually is the one that tends to move in and help when, you know, Mother Nature decides they don't like Tennessee. So Mother Nature's like, I want to dump a shitload of rain on you, or whatever the geography gets. I don't know. I don't know Tennessee. I've only lived personally in Wisconsin and Arkansas. And Wisconsin, we get a lot of snow, but we've had a lot of practice with the snow, and we know how to deal with that. And snow is, you know, it's snow. But also, I don't know. In Arkansas, I don't know. I just lived there. I didn't grow up there, so whatever. I'm just saying. My dad, in his later years, would say Wisconsin is turning into one of the stupid states. I wasn't paying attention, so maybe, I don't know. I'm just saying, Texas, Tennessee, Florida, pucker up your assholes, because nature's coming, and these Republicans just don't seem to fucking give a shit. So there it is. You're paying taxes, and they want money for themselves, and there it is. I don't know. I don't know what I'm really trying to get at, other than if you're poor like me, you're fucked. So yeah. Cool. Again, tax rich, and have a boobs day. Peace out.